Now, as you know, we have a guide covering weekend events every Saturday breakfast, and today is no exception, but we thought we'd start a bit earlier with this one to give you time to get there, as there's a fundraiser taking place tonight, starting at 7 o'clock, to raise money for a soldier's name to be put on a memorial in Simonstone. But here's the catch. The fundraising event is in Canada, so while you may not be able to be there, you may be interested in why it's taking place. And to shed some light on the Simonstone link, we're joined now by Parish Councillor David Peat. A very good morning to you, David. Just tell us what the link is between the Canadian soldier Lance Corporal Robert James Brecknell to Simonstone in Burnley.
Well, morning. Corporal Brecknell was an Englishman, a young Englishman who lived in Simonstone and the area, but emigrated to Canada before the First World War, I presume, to work. And he joined the Canadian Forces in Winnipeg in 1914, went to France in 1915 and died in 1916. So some of our local historians in their holidays have been looking at the war memorials in France and the war graves and looking at the local records and found that 3 men, including Lance Corporal Brecknell, had been not put on the war memorial in Simonstone.
So that's how you found out about that.
Yeah.
Sounds like the Canadians are being really helpful.
Amazing, really. I wrote to the High Commissioner for Canada, who sent me lots of information, including Lance Corporal Brecknell's enlistment papers with his signature on, and that of a magistrate and whatever else they had to do in 1914. And the name that, although the regiment is in the Saskatchewan Regiment, has been merged, and it's now called the Royal Regina Rifles, which is in the town of Regina. And so I wrote to them, and I got a really helpful reply from one of the members of that regiment, a Corporal Stacey Book, who sent me information and said that the troops would like to do some fundraising. In fact, it's their mess night tonight, and it's actually still night in Saskatchewan, and they're listening into you now as we're talking.
Oh, right, so we've gone international this morning.
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Dave,
Good luck to you, yeah.
Wonderful. Good morning to everyone listening there then this morning. What's going to happen then? How are they going to raise the funds? What sort of fundraising
Well,
event?
they've already raised funds, but they've got what's called a keggy tonight, which you can probably use your imagination on. It's in the mess bar is called the Scurvy Dog, and so they're having what we call in Lancashire a bit of a do tonight. Pay at the door, and the proceeds go towards this project. They've already sent us a very nice cheque, as have the Household Cavalry, and so we're proceeding to organise and order a brass plaque with the names of Lance Corporal Brecknell and these other 2 village men on it.
And how much do you need to raise to do this?
Well, the plaque itself costs about £1,300. They're not very cheap. But as I say, we're about with the stuff we're getting from the money from Canada, the very generous stuff, and the other contributions, we're about 2/3 of the way through now, so we're well on the way. And
obviously you're doing fundraisers a little bit nearer home in the Simonstone area,
We're trying to, obviously, yeah. We've had lots of publicity in, if I can mention the Lancashire Telegraph and the Burnley and Padiham Express and Clitheroe Advertiser, because we're also interested to try and find out if Lance Corporal Brecknell and these other 2 men have got relatives still in the area, and unfortunately we've not had any contacts to that effect. But yeah, so we're pressing on, and we will be there.
Can you not just add the name?
No.
Is it not as simple as that?
No, it's a good question. The war memorial in Simonstone, there are 2 actually. They're stone plinths built into the wall of the parish church, and we looked at the possibility of carving them in, not us carving them in, but it would need the whole thing recarving, which would be horrendously expensive, and we just don't have the money. We're a small parish, and we also have to go through lots of hoops with the church authorities as well. There is some money available nationally, but it's for big new projects, and ours is just that bit small, and obviously is an add-on rather than a new project from scratch.
So what's the next step? Well, when will his name be added?
Well, we're hopeful that we will order the plaque in the next month or so. We'll have it delivered late summer and install it. And we're looking to have a joint Remembrance Sunday and dedication service at the beginning of November. Obviously that will be hopefully job done as far as these young men are concerned.
And I think you are still interested in finding out more about the relatives of
Indeed,
Robert James
yeah.
Breckle, who may still be living in Lancashire and the UK.
Yeah, so interested in Lance Corporal Robert James Breckle, Trooper Ernest Thistlethwaite and Private Gilbert Yates.
And if you can help with any of those names, then do contact us here at BBC Radio Lancashire on the help desk, 0345 305 9000. Thanks very much indeed to David Peat for joining us this morning. News at 8 on